Hey gang, here we are with another unboxing video. As you can see here, we got a nice big box to work on. I think this video, in order that it not be too long, we're only going to work on maybe the first half of this box. We'll do a second video for the second half, but I did peek inside. And although I normally will tell you that I have no idea what's in this box when I do an unboxing, and to a certain extent that is true, I did peek inside, and this one's going to be a lot of fun, I think. This looked like it had a lot of older stuff in it, some silver and even some golden age books. So stick around, we're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghai. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video. We're going to go through this box of books, the first half of it anyway, and we will have some fun looking at old comics, talking about what we find. I generally have no idea what is in one of these boxes when I crack into them. If you've seen these videos before, you know that what I'm doing is I am grading books for sale on eBay. The seller name is Dotcomcomics. This really isn't an ad for that company, but it's just a chance to share that joy of comics I have, and also that kind of awe of discovering new things. Because like I've said, I never really know what the company owner has sorted into one of these boxes for me to grade, and it's generally quite an eclectic mix. So please do like, share, subscribe, especially share. You know, if you think this channel is worth your time, you'd like to see the channel grow, give it a share. Send it out to a friend who is also into comic books, and maybe that will help us get some kind of traction with the YouTube algorithm. So the first thing that was in this box, I don't know if you've ever seen these before. This is the comic reader. Here's a cool Will Eisner cover. But the comic reader was Mark Avanier. I don't think Mark drew that. I'm pretty certain he didn't draw that. The comic reader was, what was it, 70s, 80s? And it was this little publication of basically checklists of books that were coming out. This is an early kind of fanzine. You know, you had articles of different books that would be coming out, interviews with artists, and again, all these checklists. Of course, look at this. DC then was still known within the collecting community as National Comics. So yeah, this is you know, mid-70s, this particular issue. So these are cool. I have no idea how these are going to sell on eBay. They're in this box, so I assume Sean, the owner, when he sorted this, he must intend these for sale as individual issues, but I have trouble believing that these would go for, you know, $10 each. We'll see what happens, but I would be tempted to sell these as a lot, but I'm going to list them individually because that seems to be, ooh, look at that, there's some Quality Comics characters. Frank Thorne, son of Dracula. So this is promoting the short-lived Atlas Seaboard line. So this is just kind of neat, but I'm going to be surprised if these sell all that well. I mean, it's fascinating for me. I would want this in my collection, if only because, I mean, it tells you when all of these books actually went on sale, if nothing else. So anyway, that's pretty cool, and they're all, I mean, that one's a little tanning, but the rest of them, they're paper covers, and the rest of them, the paper quality is pretty good. So, that's just funny. Postal employee, this is first class mail, damn it. All right, so first thing up. Oh, and who's going to be our mascot this time? Stan helped us out last time, and we normally have more Drew the Merciless as our wingman. How about Hulk? How about Hulk this time? Hulk will, let's see, if he doesn't like the book, he'll smash. Hulk smash. Oops, sorry. A little trouble manipulating the... So, come for the comics, stay for the high quality content. All right, Amazing Spider-Man 238, and as you well know, if you're a comic fan, the first thing we have to do is check and see. Boy, this book could use a pressing. It's kind of wrinkled. Check and see if, and it doesn't. It does not have the tattoos. So the tattoos have been ripped from this book, which probably explains the wrinkling. Somebody probably had a little bit of trouble getting it out. But it is gone, and as often happens, the book is detached from the top staple because somebody ripped out that tattoos. So how well will that book do without it? It's hard to say. Still pretty well. Here is Captain America 180, first appearance of Nomad. An early Archie. Look at this, Archie 96. You lead off, Archie. Just try to get to first base. I'm working on it. And this is still not quite zeroed in on the art style. There's a subtle difference here between these books of this late 50s, early 60s era and the Archies I would know from the 70s and 80s. Look at this, Adventures of Bob Hope, number 6. Holy crap! That's pretty cool. Janie, don't know who Janie is. Here's some more Bob. Bob, 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 Bob. All right, Prince Valiant, that is a 4-color book. 4-color number 567. And I don't think is this Hal Foster reprints? Or is this something done just for the comic book? Not sure. Mr. Universe. Okay, well, there's something I've never seen before. From Mr. Publications, a company I've never heard of before. It's Ross Andrew and Mike Esposito. I wonder if this is some kind of self-published thing. Andrew and Esposito are probably most well known for having a long run on Wonder Woman. Some little kid drew in the logo there. I'll have to check this book for completeness. It looks a little thin, like it might be missing pages. But that looks pretty cool. Huh. Scribbly, number 12. That's a DC book, a DC humor book. Wow, this book, this box really is pretty cool. Some great stuff in here. Thunder Agents, number 5. Wally Wood. Charlie Chan. And the coloring of the skin here is not racist at all. Pretty cool costume on the Cat Burglar. What issue number is this? This is a Dell book, and this looks like it is probably after the Dell Western split. Charlie Chan number 2, 1966. Fox and Crow number 81. Basically the Coyote and Roadrunner of their day, or the Tom and Jerry. Jungle Jim, that's a 4-color book, 565. Nuclear, I believe that is the first issue. And Nuclear is a Dell character, so that's probably in the public domain. Tim Holt, Magazine Enterprises. Tim Holt, number 25. It's probably early 50s. What is this? 1951. Wow. The Phantom. Nice painted cover here. And that is number 15. The Shadow, and that is actually the Shadow that you know from, well, maybe you don't know from radio, but you know from other things. But the Archie version tried to make the Shadow into more of a superhero type of character. Didn't really work very well. This is number 1, so cool. Is that Alex Toth? I have to look up and see who did the art on this. It looks very Toth-like. Aces High. Wow. So this is an EC New Directions book. Wow, I've never held something like this in my hands. This is cool. So as you may know, the Comics Code Authority effectively killed EC Comics, and EC tried to make do doing different types of books that would meet the Comics Code after its horror line bit the dust. And so this was something of that. A little late for the aviator genre, which was very big in the early days of comic books. Every anthology had at least one aviator character. But by the mid-50s, barnstorming pilots were kind of passé. Same great artist, though. So you got a lot of great stuff in here. Bernie Craigston, George Evans. Yeah, that's a cool book. And, all things considered, it's in decent shape. It's missing a little corner down here, but Star Flag, Undercover Girl. Star Flag. What a great name. Great, in the sense of being absolutely horrid. I'm trying to think, who was the reporter character? Oh God, I'm having a brain lock. The female intrepid reporter had a similar name to this, but not quite so awful as Star Flag. Undercover Girl. It feels a little thin, so I'm going to have to check it for completeness. Oh no. Oh no, she's in her nightie. Very titillating for young male readers of the era. All right. MD. Oh, number 1. Holy crap. I'm surprised. Even in this apparent grade, a little rust on that bottom staple, I'm surprised this was sorted as a single. I'm surprised this didn't go to CGC. MD number 1. And this is, again, another of the New Direction books. A little before they were actually required to carry the seal. Wow. That's cool. That is very, very cool. Is that somebody's name? No, okay. Wow. I hope you can see that my light isn't totally flubbing that up for you. I'm just using, I've got, in addition to not having much of a microphone or a camera set up, my lighting is just a desk lamp. So again, if you have any advice on lighting options, please do let me know in the comments below. Smiling Jack. Smiling Jack number 1. Holy crap. 1948. Smiling Jack, virtually unknown today, but was a very popular comic strip character of this era. Kooky, number 21. This an ACG book, a humor kind of book. Let's move these off to the side a little bit. Young romance. These 50s era romance books actually do quite well for us. I mentioned the Westerns don't do well at all, but these romance books, especially with the photo covers, they do quite well. So I would not be surprised to see this get at or near 3 figures. Again, even in relatively low grade. Or mid-grade. I mean, that's probably a 5. Crime Detective, a Hillman comic. What issue number is this? Spine's a little ragged. Again, no issue number on the cover, so it's probably a low number. And it is, oh no, volume 2, number 11. Have Gun Will Travel, 4-color 931. Marines in Action, that's an Atlas book. Very nice. Flash Gordon, the comic strip syndicate King Features had a short shelf life as a comic book publisher. And I think this is, yeah, Al Williamson art. So, I mean, these books are worth having just for the fantastic Al Williamson art. I mean, that's some great stuff. All right, Return of the Outlaw, number 4, by ANC. Or no, American News Company. That's the distributor. The publisher is wait a second, I gotta take my glasses off to see that. A Minoan magazine. Well, I've never heard of Minoan. Al Cap's Wolfgal. Number 2. Wolfgal looks for love. I hope she finds it. Walt Disney's Rob Roy. That's 5-color 544. Maverick. James Garner. Authorized edition. So, don't want you getting any ideas about violating copyright. Sorry, I was looking at the art, trying to decide if it was Alex Toth or not. Walt Disney's Davy Crockett, Indian Fighter. Now, I bet you if they did that book today, they would not be able to call him Indian Fighter. That would not fly. That would be, let's say, problematic. And that's 4-color 631. Here's another 4-color, Milton Caniff's Steve Canyon. Again, not very well known today, but Steve Canyon, that comic strip was uber popular. So that's 4-color 519. And this looks like it is actually Milton Caniff artwork. I presume this is reprinted from the strip, but that's cool. All right, let's do one more small stack. I got a couple of books in bags here, so they're probably recent. Walking Dead number 100. I don't know my alternate covers well enough to know if that's the regular or an alternate. Flash number 157. The Oldest Man Alive. Justice League of America 43 with the Royal Flush Gang. All right, well that's it then for this video. I'm probably going to end up, because I'm taking so much time looking at these books, I'm probably going to break this box up into like 3 videos, maybe 4. So come back for more. And until then, good night, good luck, and please be good to each other.